Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Taurus's message. Welcome to Taurus's message to our new friends. Welcome, and our returning friends. Welcome back. Um, so let's get started, Taurus. Let's see what we have for you. The message. What is the current energy for you at this particular time? What is someone's current energy? What is someone's current energy for you? Let's find out what someone's current energy is for you at this particular time. Oh, wow. Well, so someone wishes that they could go back in time and they would do things. Someone wishes that they could do things differently, that they can change up how things ended or how things may have happened for you or between the two of you. So at this particular time, they also feel as though they may have done this because they were afraid. They didn't want to lose you. Someone feels as though they didn't want to lose you, so they may have had to feel as though they had to take certain action or do certain things to get you to stay around. I feel as though although they can't express this to you, this is what they are subconsciously thinking. This is what they thinking and how they feel at this particular time. And the reason why they feel this is because they don't know how to express themselves. They don't know how to openly express themselves, because if they openly express themselves the way that they could be one who is not accustomed to saying certain things or acting a certain way, behaving a certain way, or not emotionally attached to their feelings or something like that. They just have difficulty. It's just difficult for them to express how they feel. They don't know how. Because it is also possible that they could not be one who is in touch with their feelings and emotions. They don't know how to get in touch with their feelings and emotions. That's the reason why possibly they are perhaps feeling as though that if they just go out and blurt out or just say something, they may not, again, not know how to say it, and it may come off like weird, or it may come off weird to them. They may feel weird or uncomfortable doing so. Words of expressions or they may not be in touch with their feelings, and they don't know how or what to say or when to say it, or somebody is just not in touch with themselves. This is someone who is not in touch with themselves. Maybe they don't know who they really are. Yeah. They don't know who they really. Someone just does not know who they really are. Who they are. They're so used to showing. They're not in touch with themselves. They're used to showing up to us, to the world, a certain way, because this is possibly something that they have not that they were trained to do or trained to be. Someone lives life the way that they don't live their life for themselves. They live it for other people. Someone could be a people pleaser. What is this? Oh, wow. They get trapped. They get trapped. They get stuck in their head. They don't know how to emotionally release what it is that they are feeling at that time, because what they want to say, they get their words all jumbled, because Lord have mercy, I'm having trouble, and I don't have trouble speaking, but they get their words all tangled up, because they're uncertain of how they feel. They're not in touch with their emotions. They're not in touch with conversating. They have difficulty conversating. This is possibly someone that you put up in front of a crowd, and it takes them like, or they may get uncomfortable being in front of a crowd, um, trying to, yeah, they, being on display makes them uncomfortable. This is someone who has they exhibit a lot of conflict um in their in their words, conflicted. We have the King of Wands here. With this King of Wands, um this could be someone who that is more in like to take a action, hands on. They could be more hands on. Uh, when they are in the upright, they could be more hands on. They're more action oriented. Um, if they could go back, this is how they would show up. They could be, they would show up to you differently. They would show up and present themselves as someone who is upright. In the upright, someone who is not afraid to take the necessary action to move forward, or to cause a situation to come towards you. Um, and to be able to act differently, so that they can get different outcome to the way things would have turned out differently if they could go back in time. You know, they would have taken different action or different steps to come towards you. They wouldn't have been as closed off. So they would have, yeah, they would have been more open to expressing and taking action. Why can't they express themselves? Wow. This is someone who um, definitely needs, with this star card, they definitely needs healing here, uh, to learn how to be able to open up and release themselves, and allow themselves to be free and be themselves and be comfortable in their own skin. Someone is just not comfortable in their own skin. They have issues with being naked. They have issues with just being who they are, and releasing any expectations that any expectations that others has placed upon them. They have trouble releasing that, and just embracing the freedom of being who they are. You know, this is someone who definitely is in need of some type of healing. They're in need of um, they're in need of healing, emotionally, so that they can stay grounded to be able to do this. Physical healing, mental healing, spiritual healing. They need to take some time to figure themselves out and pour into themselves, you know, to figure themselves out. Somebody need to figure themselves out, and who they are, what it is that they want, and not being so concerned about the what the expectations that others has placed upon them. You know, pleasing others. This is someone who is possibly a people pleaser. more concerned about how they appear to others, what others think, more others' opinions of them. Someone who is more concerned with the physical aspects of life, than what's deep down. They have possibly no, not possibly, they have no depth. They have no substance. You know what I'm saying? Nothing that sustains them. They have no meat, no um, nothing that sustains them and would keep them um, sustained. You know, they have no depth. Someone just is lacking depth in their life. So, wow. What do they want moving forward? What do they want? What would they like moving forward? What would they like? What would they? What else would they like? Something frightens them. Something is frightening to them. Your love, whatever, your love and your depth, it frightens them. They feel as though they are not to par, that it is difficult for them to just, it is difficult for them to gain control over themselves so that they can, someone is just not in control. They're not in, they have no, they just have no control over themselves at this particular time. They feel as though they can't handle your love. It's too intense. Something is just too intense. This is possibly someone who runs from intimacy. They lack intimacy. This possibly is someone who, well, not possibly. This is an individual who runs from intimacy. They're afraid of intimacy. Intimacy, they cringe at the sign of intimacy. Now they can get down and dirty, deep down and dirty and sexual with you when necessary. Yeah, and that's about as far as they can go. That's just the depth of their connection. They're more, yeah. But they run from the icky stuff. They feel like it's icky. It's love. When you get to talking about feelings and emotions and expressions of emotions, they run. They cringe. They head for the hills. They head for the first train smoking. Maybe y'all took a trip together. Maybe this is someone that you met on a subway. Could this be someone that you met on a subway train or just a train in general? Y'all taking a ride somewhere. Nevertheless, um, nevertheless, we have this person says that they are better with their mind than their heart. Um, I would, I do not, this is someone, they're definitely again not in touch with their self. They can't express themselves openly and thoroughly so that it could be effective, have an effective outcome. movement forward. This is again someone that needs healing. They have healing. They need healing in their heart as well as their mind. They seem to think that they are more of a thinker, but this individual is possibly feels as though, not possibly, this is someone who feels as though they get they feel like they're more of a thinker, but this individual could come off they could get trapped, as though they get trapped inside of their head, their thoughts a lot. They may feel like they get trapped inside of their thoughts a lot. Nevertheless, I feel that this is someone who not, they don't, it's not so much as getting trapped inside of their thoughts. This is someone who is emotionally unavailable or unstable. They're not in tune with their emotions. They don't know what to say because they're not in tune with their emotions. They're not in tune with their emotions, and due to the fact that they're not in tune with their emotions, their inability to speak it out, they're not in tune. This is someone who is not in tune with their emotions. They're ruled by their emotions rule them. They think to, they seem to think that they're confused. They're very confused. They come off, they feel as though they gets trapped inside of their head, but it's just that their emotions are all over the place because they're not grounded within themselves. They're emotionally ungrounded and unavailable. They come off as emotionally unavailable because their emotions are all over the place. They lack control of their emotions. So this could also be someone who yeah. This could be someone who is fearful. They come off fearful, so they tend to gravitate more towards power and control. Power and control, because that gives them a false sense of being in control. It gives them comfort. It relieves them and gives them comfort. And they feel as though they have control of their life or control of things, when in actuality they don't. They create a false illusion. So at at the sign of intimacy, when it comes to being intimate, they run. Maybe we have a possible outcome. We have the Page of Wands here. Page of Wands is here this Page of Wands, this is someone who is, um, they'd like to have a fresh new beginning or a new start. But this individual, again, must, this is someone that has, um, they're, they're, they're in need of some growth. This is someone who is in need of some growth. They have the potential. The potential is there, but you can't base your life on a potential. You can't, you can't move forward and take any kind of action and do things off of no potential. Well, the potential is there, and towards the potential, they have the potential to get grounded, or get to take some type of action, but there's no but. However, is waiting around for someone to potentially gain the courage to take action. Is that something that you feel you are willing to wait on? So there's definitely questions that you will be asking yourself as well. So the potential is there. However, is potential enough? That's something that you will be addressing in the near future. That's something you will be addressing, and something that this individual will most definitely need to address. But everyone has free will. You don't need to do anything. It's just a suggestion. Spirit only suggests. So, yeah, that's what we have for you, Taurus, here. Going forward, someone feels as though they can't handle your love at this particular time. So, ciao, y'all. Remember to pay the energy forward by liking and subscribing. Till next time.